Today we'll create Google Form in Google Drive. First you click on New, then More. We'll get the option for Google Forms. Click the Google Forms option. Then a blank Google Form will appear. Now at the top we can write the file name where untitled form is written. So we'll give it some name. Suppose computer spreadsheet is the chapter. Then we'll write the title. So by default it takes the same thing, so we'll change it. So students will see this title. So it is a spreadsheet test. Further we can write the description also, or if any extra information we want to give to the students, like attempt all the questions, what is the time allowed, 30 minutes, and what is the maximum marks for the test, that also we can write. So we can give extra information here. Then we will do the settings for the form. So there are 3 tabs here: journal, presentation, and quizzes. So we'll see one by one. So in journal you can see here this is checked that only CMS IDs can be used to access the form, and we will click this limit to 1 response so that person can attempt only once. Other things we will not give these rights to the student, that they can edit after submit, so we don't have to check these. Then second one, presentation. So it will show the progress bar. We can click that and shuffle the question order. We are not shuffling because we are name and class also we are writing in the form of questions, so we will not shuffle the order, we will not check that. And third one, quiz. We have to make it a quiz, so we have to switch on this button. And if you want to release the grades immediately, student can see the marks, then we will check the first option. Otherwise if you want to release the marks later, then we will check the second option, but we want to release at the same time. Okay, then these options are also selected so that student can see the incorrect answer, how many are incorrect. They can see the correct answers also for the incorrect ones, and the last one they can see the marks of that particular questions, how many marks that question carries. So after the settings, we'll save the settings, and then we will start adding the questions. So first we want to store the names also. So first we'll ask the student to fill the names. So name we can give as short answer, so within a line they can write the name. Then we don't have to write any answer key. Then we'll add the next question. So here we can ask class and section. So class, suppose we already know, so we'll write class 7, and section only we'll ask. So section we can write in the form of a drop down box. So we'll write the options here. So A and other options we can add from here. So up to D it will insert automatically, and if you want to add further, we can further add sections E, F, G, etc. So once we have created, then we can drag this required button so that this should not be left by any students. Now we can see the preview how it will look. So how the student will see the form, then it will look like this. So here we can see they can select the section from here, this drop down list, and this is the progress bar. Here we can see in red colored stars are coming, it means these questions are required. Students cannot leave these questions. If they will leave, then form will not be submitted until these questions are answered. Okay, then now we can add questions. Now suppose we have to enter question, identify the figure, then we can enter the figure here by this button. Then we will browse, we'll select the file, the picture file, and then we'll open. So that picture will be inserted in the form. So we can see that picture is very big. So if the picture is very big, we can reduce the size of the picture here itself. Click the picture, then we can drag by these drag handles. So we can drag it from the corner handles so that the picture is reduced proportionally from both the directions, length and breadth. So we can make it a smaller picture. Now we can insert the options after that. So options also, if you need, you can insert the figures also as an option. So here we have to write the names: rose, jasmine, sunflower. So after we have inserted the options, now we have to do the settings for the answer key. So required, we have clicked the required. These questions are required, we cannot leave this question. Now we'll set the answer key. Click on the answer key. Now here we'll give the marks, how many marks this question carries. So 2 marks we have given to the question. Now we'll mark the correct answer. Suppose this is the correct answer, and then we can add the feedback also. If answer is incorrect, then what the students will see, the feedback they will get. We can write any feedback here. So suppose we write this is incorrect, work hard. So suppose we have to write work hard. So if for this incorrect answer, they will see this comment, and for correct answer we can insert some other comment like well done. So if this question is correct, then they will see these comments. So once we are done, then we can click on done. Now we have set the first question. Now we can add more questions from this button. Okay, now another question. Suppose we have to ask such question where more than one answer can be there, then we should select the check boxes. So here we have asked the question, select the input devices. So there can be more than one input devices. So we have written 2-3 options: keyboard, hard disk, and mouse. So we have given the 3 options. We'll mark it required, then we'll set the answer key. Now marks, 2 marks question, and we'll mark the correct answer. So 2 correct answers are there. If you want to add feedback, we can add feedback, otherwise we can leave. Then we'll click done. Now further, if you want to add like this, we can add as many questions as you want, and we can select the options here according to the questions, whether it is short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, drop down, etc. So many options are there. So you can explore these options by inputting different types of questions. Now we can see here total marks also will be shown here. How many marks you have allotted, it will be shown at the corner. You can check whether you have given sufficient questions or not. Now we can see the preview, how the form will look to the students. We can click on the preview. Now this is how the paper will be, or the form will be seen by the student. They can select the questions. Now here we can see marks are displayed on the right side. Okay, now we can close this form. Now we'll see how we can send this form. We can send the form from here also. So first option is through mail, second is through the link. So this is the easier one, through the link. We can shorten the link first, and then we can copy this link, and we can paste this link to the Google Classroom also, where we were creating the assignments, or we can send it through the WhatsApp or other medium also. Now we'll see the responses. So responses also, if you'll drag this button, you can see it's saying the accepting responses. If you drag it towards the left, we switch off, then form will not accept the responses. Means student will click, it will show that form is not accepting responses and form will not open to the students. So we can set the options from here. Now we'll see how they will fill the form or how they will attempt the questions. Suppose we'll do the questions here, and then we'll see how they will get the grades, how they can see the answer. So suppose I am solving this paper. Only one answer I am clicking here. Then this is the progress bar, you can see, then submit button. So this is how students will attempt the paper. Then they will see the response have been recorded, and then view score. Immediately they can view the score here because we have selected that option. Now they will see their answers here, whether they are written correct or not. So name, etc., these things they will see as it is. In first question answer is correct, so 2 upon 2, he has got full marks and feedback, well done. Second one, only one was selected, that's why answer is wrong. So correct answers are displayed at the bottom. There are 2 correct answers, keyboard and mouse both. So this is how they will see the answer. This is how the student will see their paper, checked paper. Now other thing we can see, next to the questions responses tab is there. You can see 1 is written there, it means one person has responded. And here there are different tabs. First is the summary tab, so we can see the summary here. So when more than one students have given, then we can easily see the graphs, etc., how many correct answers, which questions are correctly answered, etc. When the score was released, everything is written here. All the summary graphs are there. Second option is the question. Here question wise you can check how many questions are answered correctly, or which question was answered correctly by most of the students, that we can analyze. And third one is the individual response. We can see individual response of each person separately. You can select from here, drop down, only one has responded, so only one ID is there. You will see multiple IDs and you can check each response. If you want that responses should be stored in an Excel sheet, then you should use this option, Excel sheet option. It will ask create a new spreadsheet, and here is the name, that name will appear. So same name, file name will be there, only in the bracket it will be written responses. Then it will create an Excel sheet and all the answers will be clubbed there of all the students. So timestamp, automatically it registers the time at what time the form was submitted, and email address also is recorded. Then score is given here, that how many marks are scored out of how much. Then headings are the questions, like name, class section, whatever you have written in the question, that becomes the headings. So all the questions will become the headings and answers will be just below that. So you'll see each row will be for one individual. So whatever answers we have given, these answers will be recorded here. So you can get a Excel sheet where entire thing will be stored collectively. So that's all for today. I hope you like the video. Thank you very much.